OFPG Voices is brought to you by the following sponsors. Board and Dice designs and publishes family and strategy board games. Two of their most recent releases are Talatum and Terracotta Army. They have recently launched their ally program to lend support to underrepresented voices in the hobby. World Series of Board Gaming in Las Vegas, September 24th to the 28th. It has 16 different games to compete in, an open gaming library, and a grand prize of $25,000. So there's something for you if you're a casual gamer or a competitive one. For tickets, check out WSBGVegas.com. Use referral code OFPG23 for a $40 discount off the Stay and Play or quadruple ring event packages. Hi everybody, I'm Starla.
I'm Mick.
And we are
Our Family Plays Games. Voices, yeah.
And welcome back to another episode of OFPG Voices.
Yes, we are back.
We are back.
We're back.
Yes.
In the throes of spring.
Spring.
Yes.
Yes.
Spring.
Yes. We're right on the verge of Easter.
The new beginning.
New beginnings. Yes.
New beginning.
And
Yes.
this is the second quarter of the year.
Yes.
And we are bringing something new to the second quarter of the year for OFPG Voices.
Yes.
We've got new contributors coming on board.
That's right.
And we've got a special couple of contributors starting this episode.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we want to bring in more diversity, and we want to be totally inclusive of everyone. Yes.
Yeah, because this hobby is for everybody.
Yes.
No one should be left out.
No one.
Except for the people that want to cause trouble. That's it.
No
Leave them
troublemakers.
out. No troublemakers. No trolls. No just bad people. Stay out.
Yes.
Everybody else.
So we can all have fun together.
Yes.
So
yes.
the first group up this week is our newest contributors, and that is Michael and Judie from the Nerd Shells.
Yes, the Nerd Shells. Yes, yes.
And they're such a cute couple.
They are.
And they're going to take on two-player games, or games that play well at two players. And their segment is called It Takes Two.
Yeah. It takes two, baby. Yeah.
And right after them, we're going to have Rolling.reggie. And he's going to review 3 games: Tussie Mussy, Botnik, and Dandelions.
Okay, okay.
And last but not least,
Yes.
we're going to have Fertessa with her Designer's Corner, and she's going to discuss, when do you know your board game is complete?
Okay, okay.
When do you know that?
I don't know. I'm
As a
going to listen
designer.
to it. I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to listen to it.
Yes.
Yeah. But first, family, let's hear from Starla and a Good Human segment. Let's do this.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another segment of Good Humans. In honor of spring and Easter, rebirth and renewal, I just wanted to bring you a simple message of hope. And I was looking on the internet and I found this beautiful message from a writer called Nikki Bonas. And it was just called Hope. So if you carry one thing throughout your entire life, let it be hope. Let it be hope that better things are always ahead. Let it be hope that you can get through even the toughest times. Let it be hope that you are stronger than any challenge that comes your way. Let it be hope that you are exactly where you are meant to be right now, and that you're on the path to where you are meant to be. Because during these times, hope will be the very thing that carries you through. And that's all I have today. And as we always say here at OFPG Voices, our goal is to make this world a better place, one board gamer at a time.
Hi, I'm Judy.
And I'm Michael.
And we're from the Nerd Shelves. Thank you, Our Family Plays Games, for letting us be part of the Voice team.
Yes, thank you so much. We are so honored. Now, as a couple who loves to play board games, we tend to play a lot of two-player games.
Yes.
Yeah, so we are here to introduce some great two-player games.
And because spring is coming and the Earth Day is coming, we're going to take a look at Canopy.
Canopy!
Canopy is published by Weird City Games and is designed by Tim Eisner. And the illustrator, I have to mention because the art is so beautiful, the illustrator is Vincent Dutray.
Beautiful.
So beautiful.
Really beautiful.
Yes.
Probably one of the most beautiful games we own.
I think so. And it's a pocket size too, so you can carry the beauty with you
Exactly.
into the nature.
Yeah. So Canopy, I think it's become one of my favorite two-player games. And it's two-player only. It's not a game that can have more players but plays well at two. It is two-player only. And it
30
is...
minutes.
Yeah, probably 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's so good. Yeah.
So this game is a card drafting game.
Yep.
You're creating the rainforest by planting trees and plants, and that will attract all the animals to come.
Yeah.
Although there are some threats.
Yes, there's threats like disease and
Drought.
and
all that,
forest fires. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I have to say, it's pretty thematic.
Very.
Yeah.
Not just the art, also
Yeah.
the game design, and it's very balanced as well.
It is very balanced. Now,
yeah.
what I love about this game is that the core mechanic of the game is there are 3 new growth piles and this is where you get your cards from that you're going to be putting into your rainforest. So you have to start with pile 1 and you look at the pile, and if you want those cards, you put them in your rainforest. But if you don't want those cards, you put them back and then you add a new card to that deck and you move on to the next one.
Yes.
And you keep doing that until you find a pile that you want, but you're also adding cards to the other decks, making them more powerful for your opponents.
Yeah. You have to think of your strategy very carefully here because of 2 things. One, once you get a card, you have to play it right away. And number 2 is the cards that you pass and didn't take, you cannot go back anymore. And you do not know if the next pile you're drafting is better or worse.
Right.
You don't know. I love it so much.
Yeah. So it's actually played over 3 seasons.
Yes.
Right? And then so as soon as the cards from the first season are done, you do an end of season score.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's quite simple too. So for the end of season scoring, you score your plant card, depends on what kind of cards you have because they have different effects.
True.
Yeah, and also you score the trees that you have if you have canopy on top of it.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't score them.
That's right.
So when you play a tree trunk, you can either put it as a new one or on top of another existing one to make it taller.
To grow your tree taller.
Yeah, but to score that tree that's growing, you have to put a canopy on top because without it, you don't score it.
True.
It's important.
But once you put a canopy on top, you can't put any more trunks on it and grow it larger. So
you decide what you want to do.
Exactly.
It is so cool.
It is great.
And you do not score animals because they will be the end game score.
And weather cards that score you points and things.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Yeah. So once you've done your end of season scoring, all your cards are removed from your forest except for your animals and your trees, right?
Yes.
Because the animals stay till the end of the game.
Yeah, they stay.
So your plants are gone, the diseases are all gone. And then you start a second season.
Yeah.
Do it all again. Then a third season. Do it all again. And then at the end of the game, that's when you score your animals.
Yes, end game. And at the end of the game, there is also a huge point for how many trees you have canopy on top in your tableau. Yeah. And that is a big one. That is a 10 points.
Yeah. Whoever has the most finished trees gets a 10-point bonus.
So you only have 3 seasons to make up your mind. Do I want to change my strategy just for that 10 points? Is it too late? It's very risky.
But the thing is it's not just you getting 10 points. That's also me not getting 10 points.
Yes.
So that's like a 20-point swing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So it's kind of neat. And this is really, really neat, is that at the end of each season, players get a bonus for having the tallest tree.
Yes.
But at the end of the game, a player will get a bonus for having the most trees. So you decide when you want to put a canopy on a tree to finish it. So do you want to grow many trees or do you want to grow one big tree? Right?
There's also one very important point is if you plant a lot of trees by putting down the trunk, you don't score unless you have canopy. And it's not easy to get canopy.
Right.
So if you think, okay, I'm going to have so many tree trunks laying down, but you might not even get the 10 points because if you don't have canopy, you don't get the 10 points.
Right, and if those canopies never show up, totally. And that's another risk you have to take, right?
Yeah, it's full of risk in this game.
It is, and it's pretty great, and it looks gorgeous.
So that is Canopy. Have you played? Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, now that is it for this episode.
Yes.
But hopefully we'll be back soon with more two-player games.
Two-player games. Until next time.
Take care. Bye.
What's up, everybody? My name is Reggie, and you can find me at rolling.reggie on Instagram and YouTube. Today, I'm going to talk about 3 recommendations that are flower themed. I wanted to do April flowers bring May showers, although it is currently raining very hard here in Oregon, as it always does in the Pacific Northwest. But I wanted to pick 3 smaller box games that are floral themed. So here we go. Number 1 is Tussie Mussie, everybody's favorite little button shy game by Elizabeth Hargrave of Wingspan fame. And this is an 18 card game that is I Split You Choose. One player will be able to pick up 2 cards, look at them, and offer 1 face up to the opponent and 1 face down to the opponent, which creates some really interesting bluffing and tension, and I love that about this game. But what I really love is how small of a box game it is, how easy teach it is as well, and that there still is a lot of replayability and beautiful art by Beth Sobel. So that is Tussie Mussie. Number 2 is my all-time favorite 2-player game, and that is Botnik, with a trio of designers here. One of my favorites, Sebastian Pachon, as well. And it is a tile placement game with, you are mecha botanists trying to create a beautiful garden. So there's a lot of pipes and flowers and plants. But what's interesting is that you cannot just take a tile from the market. You must put it into a machine, and then you have to put a new tile, basically sacrifice a new tile that does not match that color or shape to release your tile. And it is a very crunchy game for a quick 20-minute 2-player tile placement game, and it is my wife and I's all-time favorite, and I really wanted to highlight it because I do not think it gets enough love, and it does have these cute little flowers in it that give you bonus points. So that is Botnik. My third and final one is the reason I wanted to choose this theme to talk about my 3 recs, and this is a game I got to play at Dice Tower West for the first time. This is called Dandelions here. Very small box, beautiful game. The designer's name is Takashi Sakaue, and it is published by Allplay, which used to be called BoardGameTables.com. It is a dice-driven game that is area majority, and I would actually equate it most to backgammon, but it is 2 to 3 players, and you are spreading and sprouting and gusting and floating these dandelion seeds, which are these cute little pastel colored dice. And it can be a little cutthroat, but it's such a fast game that you just want to play it again and again. And as I was demoed this game at Dice Tower West in Vegas, I immediately bought it right after. So I think that's a testament to the snappy, fun nature of this, and I think it's a really good introductory game to area majority. So those are my 3 recs for April Flowers themed games, and I hope to see you in a future OFPG Voices video.
Hello, my name is Fertessa Allyse, and today I want to talk to you about how to know when your board game is completed. I have both an internal and external metric, and for the internal, that's going to be something that's very personal to you and your creative process. For me, the way that I judge whether I'm happy with the game and ready to move it to the next stage is literally how excited I am about this game. You're going to have ups and downs whenever you show your game off. Maybe you're excited because you just created a new prototype or you fixed something that was a problem before. But there's also feelings where somebody asks to playtest your game and you are filled with dread because you already know that something is broken or needs to be fixed, and you maybe just don't know what needs to be fixed. But a good indicator that you are ready to go to the next step is that you are consistently excited to show your game to people. If someone says, "Hey, Fertessa, I'd love to play Wicked and Wise," boom, I'm happy. Here we go. We're ready. You know why? Because I am confident in where my game is at. And that confidence is key. Are you confident in what you're putting in front of people and the experience they're going to have, whether it is good or bad? That's when you know your game is in a good place, the mechanics are in a good place, and you have the strength to see if a game is not for a particular person, or if it's, you know, something, a flaw in the game itself, whenever you get your feedback. So that is key to the internal metric, is confidence and excitement on showing it to other people. For the external metric, this one is a bit harder to hit for me, is getting 3 back-to-back-to-back playtests where the feedback is great. And it's a key that is not neutral, it's great. People sit down to play your game and you're getting very minimal feedback that's on like balancing issues or you know, small nitpicky things like UI or graphic design. That's a really good sign. But the key here is that you have 3 of them and they are all in the same span of time. You can't have a great playtest in March and then April and then May. You want to have 3 great playtests all in March. And I say this because I've had so many great first playtests. So many. And I will be flying high, king of the world. And I will think, yes, I've done it. I have solved it. My game is done. And every time, without fail, I will be knocked back down to earth because the immediate playtest afterwards, it will be flat. Not even a hate. I can work with a hate. Like, oh, this mechanic makes me so frustrated in a bad way. Okay, I can fix that. But when you follow it with a very flat playtest and people are just like, yeah, it was okay. I had fun. No, you didn't. I don't. What am I supposed to do with that? But it never fails that happens, and it's just a natural course of your game design journey. And so it's easy to fluke into the first one and sometimes even to have 2. But it's very hard to fluke into 3 back-to-back great playtests. And for me, once that happens, that shows that I am not only consistently excited with my game, but playtesters are consistently excited about the game. And that consistency is key in reinforcing that your game mechanics, your core mechanisms are solid and for all intents and purposes locked into place. After that, it's not that your game is completed, but then you can just focus on small tweaks and balances, numbers, maybe player powers. But you shouldn't be fiddling with the main mechanisms of the game anymore, because everyone between yourself and the people who have playtested have shown that it is solid, it is something that people look forward to, and it's not something that is taking away from the fun of the game, like once you've established that. So have confidence, keep an eye out for both, figure out what your own standards are. These are the things that worked for me, but things may be different for you. You may notice different patterns. I hope this helped in some way, and I look forward to hearing about your own game design journeys in the comments. All right, see you next time.
Oh my goodness, another wonderful episode.
I am so glad that Michael and Judie are here.
Me too.
I've always followed them for so long on YouTube, and I love seeing them when they do their live, you know, playthroughs and stuff like that. I always love them. And I really suggested them to come on here because I just love what they do. And I'm so glad they're here.
Yeah, and we had a chance to work with Michael last year at Dice Tower West.
Yes, we did.
He sat on our panel for our diversity panel that we had. And he's such an awesome person.
Yes, awesome,
we didn't get a chance to
people.
see Judie because she wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
That's okay. We got them on Voices.
Yes, we got them on Voices. Yes, yes.
And of course, Rolling Reggie.
Man, Reggie be doing some things, don't he?
We love him.
We love him too. We love him too. Up there in the Northwest, Pacific Northwest.
And along with Fertessa.
Along with Tessa.
She's up there too.
They representing the Pacific Northwest.
Yes. Tessa always has a good word for us.
She be dropping the mic on us. She dropping the mic on us. Yes.
And we can't forget to thank our wonderful sponsors.
Yes.
Board and Dice.
Yes.
And the World Series of Board Games.
Yes. Can't wait to be there in September.
Me too.
Yes. Now, Starla, what about our merch? Because I got something on.
You got something on.
I got something on.
Making this world a better place, one board gamer at a time.
Yes.
That's our tagline for Good Humans.
Good Humans, yes.
And if you want another shirt that says OFPG Voices or Our Family Plays Games or some of our wonderful Meeple line shirts, check us out on Sprung.
Definitely. Now, family, the next episode is going to be April 18th, 2023. So come back and see some more beautiful voices because we're going to have more surprises coming up.
That's right.
Definitely. Now, Starla, you laid down the gauntlet that we want 30,000 subscribers on our YouTube channels. But if our OFPG family is out there trying to bring people in, where can they tell people where to find us?
Well, if you're looking for Our Family Plays Games,
yes,
you can find us on Facebook,
yes,
Instagram,
yes,
Twitter,
yes,
and right here on YouTube.
Yes, family, thank you for coming out and supporting these beautiful voices, and definitely want to ask you to support our sponsors. Definitely support them. But if you have any questions, comments, let us know. We love seeing them. But there's one thing, family, one thing we want you to always know. We love you.
Bye
now.
everybody.